I wish I had a motorized wheelchair because I would have titled this talk, Life from the Electric Chair. That would be good. So I did watch the Crutches for Africa video, and I kind of got a little taste of what you guys are trying to do here. And I would ask you to keep an open mind because you never really know where inspiration is going to come from, whether it be something that myself or some of the other speakers will say, or a picture you see, or whatever. Since you guys are trying to do something that has never been done before, you just really never know where inspiration is going to come. Back in April of 2013, I was involved in a small aircraft accident. I have thousands of hours in flights. I started flying when I was in high school. Love aviation. I flew for the U.S. Postal Service up in Montana. I flew freight down in Phoenix and LA area. I got on with U.S. Airways Express flying Dash 8 Q 100, well not Q, but 100 series dashes for U.S. Airways up in the Northeast Quadrant. And then I got on flying the regional jet with Delta Connection. Thousands of hours in the air. I used to build aircraft and refabricate aircraft, and this is how I came in contact with this one. So a buddy of mine had a glider trike for sale, and he sold it to me. And I took it out to Erie Tri-County to run it down the runway to make sure that the nose bushing was gone. So as I'm rolling down the runway, 4 or 5 times, I'm on my last run. And I'm trying to get it up to flying speed so that I can just make sure that this thing is gone. And I was going to pack it up and go home. It pitched up. I'm looking at blue sky. I'm about a 45-degree pitch up. And I thought, oh my God, I'm flying. And I added full power. And I tried to climb out. And I think the geometry may have been a little bit off because it was a new wing. And it stalled, pitched over like this, and started heading straight towards the ground. One of the scariest moments of my life, right before I hit the ground, the last thing that I remember going through my mind was, this is going to hurt a lot. And bam, I hit the ground. When I hit the ground, I didn't pass out, and I thought, wow. I looked down, my leg had snapped off and was sticking in the dirt. And not too long after I hit the ground, some people come running over and they're like, oh, don't look at that, don't look at that. And I'm like, I am so hurt that doesn't even bother me. It felt like I had something metal going through my body. Anyway, when I hit the ground, I first fractured my L1 vertebrae, which is probably right about my belly button, shattered into, 100 pieces, and damaged my spinal cord. Thank God I was at the airport because the Flight for Life came relatively quickly, I would say within 10 minutes or so, and it landed, and the last thing I remember was arguing with the paramedics because they're like, we gotta go, they're trying to pick me up, I'm like, please don't move me, I'm hurt, and they're like, we gotta go. I mean, just think about your spine being in 2 different places and they're gonna pick you up. And the pain was excruciating, I pretty much passed out, and I don't remember anything else. Woke up in the hospital after, 3 or 4 surgeries. So, first fracture on my L1. They had to take it out. They put a metal cage in, fused it one upper and one lower. And I'm paralyzed from the waist down. Okay. So yeah, some things that I never really thought about before I was injured. Real big with quadriplegics, tetraplegics, people that are bedridden, is pressure sores. They're also called bed sores or pressure ulcers. And what that is basically deterioration of the tissue, right? When you don't have much padding between the bone and skin. I would think that if you sat there all day with your hand on the table with the weight of your head on your hand, that at the end of the day, you probably have, some deterioration on your elbow. Because I have atrophy on my glutes, my ischial bones, my sitting bones, there's not much padding, right? So, as such, I need special seat cushion. This thing, believe it or not, is like $350. It's insane. And what makes it a good pressure mapping seat cushion is that it's gel filled in the bottom here. You can see that, squishy gel filled. It really keeps the weight off of my ischial bones. Something to think about that I never really thought about as an able-bodied person. Also, this is a different type, which I bought because my house is not handicap accessible other than a ramp. So the shower is upstairs, and unless my brother comes and piggybacks me upstairs to get in the shower, I pretty much don't shower. So not that I don't shower. Let's just get that straight right now. I go to the gym, keeps me going. Go every day, shower, all that. But they have this hard, plastic seat, and if I was to sit on that for a half hour while showering, then I'd definitely be prone to pressure sores. So I bought this thing because it's all rubber, and they're just a bunch of little air sacs you can see, and I can fill them up and deflate them as I see fit. So this is a Rojo cushion. They're pretty good for pressure mapping as well. This thing right here, new, is like $325. So, some other design features that I think are pretty good. As you can tell, my wheels are different from those wheels. These are light aluminum. Actually, the wheelchair is made of 6061 T6 aluminum. It's aircraft aluminum. It's readily available. It's pretty cheap. So, this chair, as it sits here, I have some other things that aren't on it, just because I use this thing. I pull it in my car and take it out, 10 times a day. It's very lightweight. It's probably, 30, 40 pounds. And the less things I have to take off, the better. But it's about a $4,000 chair. The tires are Schwabel, and they're high pressure tires, so they roll real nice. Something that these won't do, like these are generic hard plastic. They're not very good. These ones here, they're inflated to like 85 to 140 psi or something, and they roll very nice. As you can see from behind here, you see how the wheels are angled out a little bit? So that camber allows it to roll a little better as well. Me personally, if I had to buy another wheelchair, I probably wouldn't have any camber because it adds width. This 3-degree camber adds about 2.5 inches of width to my wheelchair. Why that's bad is because some places I can't fit in the door. Like in household bathrooms, in my closet, I'm just like, the smaller the better. Here's the problem. Another problem with wheelchair users is I can't carry anything, right? I put a backpack on, a heavy backpack on, and now I'm back heavy, and it's more prone to, like, when I hit something or I tip back, I could tip over and fall. It's balance for me, but so anything backwards is a detriment to me. Anything forward, I think, is a plus. So, how to carry things, right? Let me just quickly run through this foot plate design here, because I see you guys have them here on this one. Mine's just a solid foot plate. As you can see, these ones here they swing away, right? Different types. Again, one of the problems I find is that because one leg's bigger than the other, I need them offset. A lot of times when I'm, wheeling around, hit something, legs go flying. The problem with strapping them in is if I fall out, right, then things can break. So yeah, if the biggest design I think are the front casters. They're, I believe, the weakest link in the wheelchair. Like, they make these wheels that snap on right here, and they're great. The only problem is they're hard to turn. But if you have good trunk function, right? Like here, I can maneuver and just kind of pivot like this. I don't really need the front casters to be too mobile. Again, it's injury specific. Some people, maybe people that don't have the wheelchair skills, or people that are heavy, or people that don't have any trunk function, they can't, they have to have something. So some of my own personal pros and cons about like the wheelchair as it pertains to me, right? Casters. Somehow, I don't really know how. I've seen them like where you're kind of tip back and there's a 3-wheel and the wheel's back here, right? Seems like a pretty good concept. I haven't tried it, but somehow I would get these wheels bigger, for more mobility. Weather is a big problem for me. Like when it snows, my life sucks because it's just not designed. These little skinny like bike tires. Think about riding your little skinny tire bike in the streets with ice and all that stuff. It just never really works out for me. So that's a big problem. I did watch the video, and so probably they wouldn't have like that problem in Africa, but they have mud and rain and all that, and pretty much acts the same way. So, one other thing that I would want to bring up is that in the short term, like you can sit in the chair, you wheel around, things are good, right? You don't really notice it, but for a long-term wheelchair user, how you sit and how you move around is uber important because your body tends to stay that way. So, right, if your seat back is weird, right, you kind of sitting like this, right? If you sit like that for a year, guess what? Your body acclimates and you end up permanently being like this. I noticed that my feet pronate in, right? When I'm sleeping, I'll turn over and the feet kind of flop over. Now I've noticed that, I have a hard time keeping my legs straight, right? It always wants to kind of do this. And that's another reason I have these pins here, because my foot wants to just pronate in. So how you sit in the chair is very important. Something that I never really thought about. So with all that, the chair needs to be highly adaptable for the individual. Again, whether you have an injury, whether you have a traumatic brain injury, whether you have Down syndrome, some kind of disease, or you're heavy. And again, one other factor that I like to bring up is this motion, right? This motion every day. This motion, right? Your shoulder is the most complex joint in your body, right? And there's lots of little muscles all around, right? I go to the gym every day. I really work hard to keep my shoulders in shape. If my shoulder gets injured, not only does it affect me rolling around, but transfers, right? They're my legs. I can't move at all. So if the shoulder gets hurt, it's over. And so while you're, designing things or thinking about things, think about repetitive stress injuries and how you could, lessen the impact